Welcome to the 1099 ETC program. This tutorial covers adding and printing checks in AMS Payroll. The following items are covered: adding and printing paychecks for all employees, adding and printing individual paychecks, adding paychecks to a queue for printing at a later time, and adding paychecks based on the pay frequency. At this point, the payer and the employees have been set up. At the main menu, select AMS Payroll. Highlight the payer and click OK. The payer and the employees have already been set up. The paychecks are entered using the Input command. Select Input. This screen displays a list of employees. You can add checks using either the Pay By command or the Add Check command. The most common way is the Add Check command. Let's explore that option now. Highlight an employee and click Add Check. The Add Check screen will automatically be filled in with any default check values. That is why $50 appears in the 401k field. Unless another state has been entered on the default check for this employee, the state field will default to A00. In this case it means State A is Oklahoma, and 00 indicates there is no local withholding. If the state or locals need to be changed, click the drop arrow beside the state field. Enter or use the date button to indicate the pay date. Reports and forms are based on check dates. Enter the check numbers, if needed. This field will only display if the payer preference for need check numbers has been selected. When the payer was set up, the preference for need hours worked was selected. The pay rate factors have been set up on the payer's general information screen. Enter the hours in the appropriate field and select the pay rate, which was set up in the employee edit. Make sure that all fields that are to calculate are checked, including gross pay and the tax fields. Uncheck fields that are not to calculate. Click Calculate. As you can see, all fields were calculated, including the gross, taxes and net pay. After saving the check, continue to add checks for all employees. Click Save. Once all of the checks for the employees have been entered, click Print Checks. This screen displays selections used for check printing. In the first section, there are 3 options. Only print checks in criteria will be available, unless checks have been queued for printing. We will cover adding checks to a queue later in the tutorial. Select the check print order. Options include name, employee number, social security number and check number. You can elect to combine the checks with the same check numbers or print only checks with the same check numbers. If the pay period was not set up when adding checks, you can enter it here and it will print on the vouchers. Make your selections and click OK. On the check criteria screen, you will select the criteria of the checks to be printed. Enter the starting and ending dates of the checks that are to be printed. Remember, this is the check date, not the pay period. You can indicate a specific value in the check memo, department or class code filters for printing checks. The class and department can be entered either in the employee edit or on the checks. The memo is only entered on the check screen. An asterisk in this field indicates all checks no matter what is in that field. Next, select the check status, which includes all non-voided checks, voided checks only, cleared checks only, uncleared checks only and all with voided checks. Click Next to continue. The Preview dialog displays whenever Enable Check Print Preview and Preferences has been selected. If it is not enabled, the checks will go directly to the printer. The Check Print Preview is used to view the checks before printing, or in the case that the printer does not support our printer codes and the checks need to be printed from the Print Preview screen. Click Print to continue the tutorial. Verify that the checks have printed correctly. Now to add or print one employee's check, highlight one employee and click Browse. This screen will display all of the employees' checks. The check with a date of 0000 is the employee's default check. Click Add Check to add a check for this employee. To print one check, highlight the check and click Print Check. To add a check to the queue, for printing at a later time, highlight the check and select Toggle. The Toggle command has a variety of options available. Each command switches between being on or off. When selected, a check mark will display in the column. Click Queue, Unqueue to continue. As you can see, we have 3 checks that are queued. To print the queued checks, click Quit. Click Print Checks. As you can see, now that there are queued checks, the options for printing queued checks are now available. Select Print Checks and check Queue, make any other selections and finish the print process. Once printed, you can clear the check queue on this screen as well. Next, you can also use the Pay By command to add Paychecks. Click Pay By. The Pay By command provides a variety of options, including a time clock import, pay frequencies, everyone or tagged employees to add paychecks. Based on the criteria selected, the program will automatically display the Add Check screen for employees that meet that criteria. To continue this tutorial, select Weekly. The program will find the first employee that matches the criteria, in this case, Connie Barnes, and display the check, which will include the default values. You can enter the values or let the program calculate any fields that are checked. Click Calculate. Click Save. Once the check from the first employee is saved, the second employee's check screen will appear. Repeat the process until all employee paychecks have been entered. For further assistance, please review the frequently asked questions on our website, or refer to the help files for additional information. Technical support can be reached by email, fax, or phone. Thank you for using the 1099 etc. program. Have a great day.